Hey guys, Wyatt Claypool here. I'll tell you, this liberal leadership race is very emotionally confusing for me because I want to see Freeland and I want to see Carney lose. And every time one of them does something right, I kind of have to give them props, and I kind of like it because it hurts the other person, but it means that person is moving closer to the Liberal Party leadership and the prime ministership. So I don't know what sort of stance to take on this other than I am letting it happen. So Chrystia Freeland just today released a video that's obviously setting up her announcement tomorrow that she's running for the Liberal Party leadership. And like I have been predicting, she is running in the not Trudeau lane. Carney, oddly enough, even though he was not an actual minister or ever been an MP, he is in the Trudeau lane, and both of them are complete hypocrites because they are obviously both Trudeau-like candidates, but for arbitrary, stupid political reasons, one of them is the not Trudeau option and one of them is the Trudeau option, but they are both the most beige candidates I have ever seen in my life. Not anything interesting going on with them, other than sometimes they do some politically intelligent things to harm the other or try and boost themselves up. Again, this is very difficult to watch as a conservative and have to sometimes say that, yes, that's a very intelligent move. Like yesterday, or I think it was technically 2 days ago, Chrystia Freeland did something smart. It's the weirdest thing ever, but Mark Carney announces he's running at Edmonton. It was not a great announcement. It was kind of low energy. And on the same day, Chrystia Freeland changes her X profile picture. This is going to make sense in a second on why these two things matter. She changed it to this like cherry red filter. It was her normal profile picture, but with like a really heavy cherry red filter. It looked stupid. As I noted on X, she looked like Vigo from Ghostbusters 2. But guess what? It made me and it made other people, including liberals, talk about it when Mark Carney wanted them to be talking about him. So, points to Chrystia Freeland. She has since changed it to a different photo of herself, and we're about to get into the video. But first, a reminder, guys, if you like this channel, I guarantee you over half of you are not yet subscribers. So make sure to like this video, subscribe, leave a comment on whether or not you think it's going to be Freeland, it's going to be Carney, or maybe it's going to be Gould. I don't know. I even now I'm forgetting her name. She's so forgettable. We will be going over her announcement video as well today. But without further ado, here is Chrystia Freeland's video. Ooh, I accidentally closed that tab, actually. This is Chrystia Freeland's video, and for some reason it has this big wall of text saying, "This moment matters" on it. Very all like lefty stuff. Let me bring this back up on screen. I am a mess, everyone. So here's her video that starts with the text, "This moment matters," because I guess this moment matters for some reason.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. Donald Trump doesn't like me very much.
Canada. We don't like their representative very much.
I like how he didn't even name her because he probably doesn't care. Wasn't she crying during the negotiations because of just how stressful and frankly bad of a job she did?
Tough negotiator. During the first Trump administration, I fought hard to protect Canadian jobs, the Canadian economy, and our way of life. And we won. I left.
By what metric did we win? Yes, I forgot that Canada actually like rose above the American economy. We're like actually doing so well right now, even though I'm not even kidding. Per capita incomes fell 3% since 2023, since the start of 2023. But no, we won that negotiation.
Trudeau's cabinet because I know what we need to do to win that fight again.
See, this is a very key part. This is where she is trying to market herself as the anti-Trudeau, the not Trudeau candidate. She says this, and then the rest of the video is basically how we need to be different than we have been.
Canadian economy and our way of life. And we won. I left Trudeau's cabinet because I know what we need to do to win that fight again. Donald Trump and his billionaire buddies think they can push us around. Trump thinks we're for sale, but he can take what isn't his. I'm not going to let him. We're a proud country. The true north, strong and free. A country of smart, caring, and hard.
Notice how, again, she's already mentioned that she left Trudeau's cabinet because she knows the path Canada needs to be on. So basically saying Trudeau was the wrong path, in which, okay, lady, you got to tell us when was the moment that Trudeau became bad. People can't keep doing this saying, thank you, Trudeau. Thank you for your stalwart leadership, but we need somebody else. Why do we need somebody else? Because apparently, up until last week, he was fine. He was fantastic. He was doing great. But she's doing this where I had to split myself from Trudeau to put Canada on the right path. Shows a picture of Chrystia, and you will not see a photo of Trudeau in this video because she, again, is marketing herself as the not Trudeau candidate.
Working people. A country that gets big things done. A country worth fighting for. But Pierre Poilievre, he'll bow down to Trump and sell us out.
Based on what? Like, legit, based on what? Based on what is he going to sell us out? Because he's conservative? Because he has not sideswiped Trump for no reason?
This moment matters for all of us. I'm running to be leader of the Liberal Party and our next Prime Minister. I'm in this to fight for you, to fight for Canadians, to fight for Canada. Join me. Join the fight.
Like, this is somehow a better video. This is not a good video. Let me say this. This is not a good video, but is somehow better than anything Mark Carney's done so far, which is not saying something good about Freeland. It is just saying something bad about Carney. This video is still vapid. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't say, what did we do wrong? And I am the candidate who is decisively going to take us in the other direction. It doesn't say any of that. It is that I left Trudeau's cabinet, implying he's bad because I am the non-Trudeau candidate, and we need to do something new, but not what Poilievre's doing, which I will not actually make a coherent criticism of. I'm just going to say he is with Trump and his billionaire buddies. If anything, she sounds a lot like Jagmeet Singh here. And again, she needs to say what was wrong with Trudeau, or she's a complete hypocrite. For Carney as well, literally all the candidates. And now we are going to get up to the other candidate to drop a video today. I have heard she is on Team Carney secretly in the background, which would make sense why she dropped a video today. But Karina Gould is in the race, and so far she has the least bad logo, just a maple leaf with some letters in it, you know, the Karina Gould initials. It's not saying much again because it's mostly that Carney messed up with his logo twice now. Both logos he's released are ugly and were copyright violating on another business that they basically just copied. But here's Karina Gould announcing her leadership race entry. Why is she in this race? I don't know. She is going to get absolutely clobbered by Emily Brown, the Conservative nominee in Burlington, but I guess she wants one last hurrah.
There's a lot going on right now. I understand these past years haven't just been hard, they've been exhausting. The economy.
Why? Why? One more time. Why? Why have they been hard? You've been part of the government that has been in power for 9 years. So why has it been hard? You have to name it.
Climate.
Oh, so she's going to tell us why it's been hard.
The economy, climate change, and what's going on south of the border leave all of us feeling nervous about the future.
Okay, so she's not going to say why it's been tough and exhausting. She's just saying that now there's this other stuff. You know, all those problems? It's been tough and hard and whatnot, adjectives. It's been very negative adjectives. But be distracted by climate change, stuff south of the border that technically doesn't concern us, and then, like, the economy. Vaguely, the economy is something. We're not going to say if it's bad. We're just going to say the economy is the economy, because if I'm to say it's bad, then I'm basically saying we failed. But we're just going to come up with an excuse for later on why the economy is bad. It's probably going to be because of Trump.
Right now, Canadians have lost faith in our party, and we have to earn back their trust. We need to
Why did they lose faith in the party?
rebuild our party so that we can keep building our country. We need new leadership to fight for everyday Canadians. A leader who understands what people are going through and works every day to make their lives better. A leader with a track record of standing up to bullies, and a leader who won't back down.
Do any of those things ring true about Karina Gould? Have you noticed her, standing up to any bullies recently?
I'm Karina Gould, and I'm running to be your next leader of the Liberal Party of Canada. There are people out there tearing down Canada, saying the country is broken, saying we should become American. So to them,
What are those 5 people selling Alberta 51st hats in Grand Prairie? What are we talking about?
let me tell you what Canada is. It's the local hockey rink or soccer pitch where kids shoot for their dreams. It's the maple leaf sewn on every backpack. It's the poutine and beaver tail after playing outside. It's helping your neighbors shovel their driveway after a snowstorm.
I hate stuff like this. Rather than actually like defining Canada along real principles, Canada is a country of of strong families and individuals and freedom to to pursue your own success in the economy and to worship in the way you want your God and whatnot. It's always just stuff. It's the local hockey rink. It's that Canada is when the butter that you put on your waffle kind of forms little pools of butter in each of the little cross hatches of the waffle. That's Canada. Canada is when you pull off a Band-Aid and it doesn't hurt because it doesn't rip any of the hairs out. That's Canada. It's so high school. Canada is when you sew a maple leaf to your backpack to go vacationing in Vietnam.
We are a strong, hardworking, and caring people who do not back down from fighting for what is.
This part's better, at least. You got away from the stupid personifications.
Right. Canada can be the best place in the world to start a family, grow a business, and build a future. We are a nation of dreamers and doers.
Notice how she said we can be, not that we currently are.
Creators and innovators. It's where opportunity, empathy, and progress walk hand in hand. It's time for a new generation of leadership that understands you and is focused on you. I'm here for Canada, today, tomorrow, and for years to come. Join me so that together we can earn the trust of Canadians, build the future we want, and win the next election.
There's something it's not a bad logo, I give it to her. There's something about that video that's like uncanny. Like the whole thing feels a little bit like AI because of like the kind of digital tracking of her head that's like cutting off the top of her head half the time. And then like the audio is like peaking the entire time. Like if I talked right up here in the microphone. But Karina Gould, probably the most competent video, had more personality than Chrystia Freeland. Chrystia Freeland has to have a lot of production around her. This is a point that JJ McCullough had made on X a couple hours ago. And by the way, I have a really good interview with JJ being released tomorrow, Sunday. So check that out. It's going to be like an hour and 20, but it's interesting. He's done a lot of stuff in politics, very interesting political thinker, great YouTuber. But he made the point that for Freeland to be at her best, you have to have like an editor of videos and a producer that really de-emphasize Freeland in her own video. Like you got to have stuff on screen. You got to really have a lot of stuff kind of appearing around her. You got to like make her artificially interesting. You cannot coast on her personality alone. You have to kind of have an entire like narrative built around her and then just have her not just try and touch nothing. Don't mess it up. Mark Carney is the epitome of boredom. He is an assistant professor who doesn't understand the syllabus very well, but he's filling in for a guy who's sick. Mark Carney is not interesting at all, and that's why, even though Team Trudeau is behind him, this guy can easily lose this leadership race. And I don't know at the moment who's funniest to win other than Chandra Arya because he doesn't speak French and he barely speaks English. That would be funny. So if you're buying a Liberal Party membership, I'd first recommend Frank Baylis because he's legitimately, if you're trying to vote for the most conservative Liberal, it'd be Frank Baylis. And then number 2, go to the funny man, Chandra Arya, because I love the fact that guy is an anti-DEI candidate, oddly enough, but at the same time, he's like, can't speak French at all, can barely speak English. He needs DEI in his life in order to keep this job as MP. But, who am I to judge? So that's it for today, us talking about these videos. Again, deeply hypocritical. Every single one of these candidates is a hypocrite. That's why I keep highlighting the one-word question. Why? Why are you doing this? Just why? Why are you running? What was wrong with Trudeau? Because if you can't answer those questions, you can't just say, oh, we need to build back trust. You have to say why we lost the trust in the first place, or I don't trust that you know how to get it back. Again, I would never vote for any of these people. I'm a very conservative, so all these people don't interest me at all. But it's at least interesting seeing them trying to maneuver around and take the leadership of this very cult-like party, to be frank. Anyway, so like this video, subscribe to the channel, comment, who do you think is going to win? Are you going to sign up for the Liberal Party's membership just to vote in the leadership race? Might be fun. But yeah, comment whatever you want, and I'll see you guys next time.